Iceberg, iceberg, iceberg. Now, iceberg videos have been around since the dawn of man, and they usually cover a wide array of topics. From obscure horror games you're never gonna play, people lying on the internet, and most of all, living proof that the world we live in is horrible. So while I sat there drooling and eating paint chips off the wall, as any respectable man does, of course, I figured, hey, why not make an iceberg video? So here goes. The iceberg video. So the way this is gonna work, we're gonna look at topics often covered within iceberg videos. The surface level ones are gonna be basic, stuff that usually don't have much depth to it. Stuff that could be solved with a quick look on a wiki. And then we're gonna work our way down there to the nitty-gritty, to the deep stuff that has some value to it, unlike myself. So the deeper the iceberg goes, the deeper the subject goes. Are you guys with me? Are you guys following? Raise your hand if you understand the concept of the video. Timmy, your hand isn't up. Oh, you don't understand the concept? Computer, blow him up. So, quick warning, if you're expecting some 40-minute video of a guy reading off an AI script in a monotone voice, you got the wrong guy, pal. You got the wrong guy. There's thousands of videos just like that for you to watch. Anyway, computer, blow him up again. Okay, so we're starting off with The Simpsons / Family Guy. Now we all know The Simpsons and Family Guy have been running since the dawn of man. With more than 800 episodes from The Simpsons, it's about to have some kind of substance to it. But most of the deeper level stuff is always the same. It's like, oh, what if Homer imagined all of this in his head? Or, this is the evil Peter Griffin called Retep.
My name is Retep, and I am evil.
Or, whoa, this Hollywood voice actor has connections to Scientology or some other awful human being. You see, I don't need an iceberg video to warn me that there is something off with most Hollywood actors, okay? I know the sky is blue. That it wouldn't be fair if I didn't mention the prediction thing. It is worth noting, absolutely. But it's such a well-known phenomena at this point, it's not really a deep dive. Hence, why this subject is up here on the iceberg. Computer viruses. Now, this subject I absolutely love. Listen, anything cyber related, I absolutely adore. I suck it up like a fat person at a hot dog eating competition. That's why I love training videos so much. Also known as Fat Zelensky. However, as scary as most of these viruses are, most of the deeper level stuff is just spooky PNGs. That's it. And honestly, no matter how many spooky PNGs a virus can use, it's honestly really simple. You don't have to download them 90% of the time. I mean, that's how most viruses are spread anyway. So just don't download them. Problem solved. And yes, they are computer viruses, so there is a limit to how deep the subject goes. Which is why it's up here. Reddit. I understand that putting every different subject on Reddit into one category is a bit unfair, but hear me out. While there are endless scary stories, mysterious accounts, freaky subreddits, these are all interesting if you're cuddled up in bed drinking your chocolate milk. I get that, I don't doubt that part. But they all have the same issue, because there is two things you can do on the internet. It's arguing and lying. Now, I'm sorry to admit to everyone that I met in my Xbox days. My dad doesn't work for Microsoft, so he can't ban you. He actually works for Palantir. What I'm trying to say is, when it comes to Reddit iceberg videos, more than half of these can easily just be made up for suspense. This is the main issue with the subject, right? Is that I could go into Reddit, make a cryptic named account, and then type, the bug man is watching, and I would eventually end up in one of these videos. You get what I'm saying here? So while there are a lot of things to cover within the subject, too much of it is just unconfirmed, which is why it's here in the iceberg. Computer, blow them up again. Scary signs. Now, the sheer volume of videos covering this exact topic came as a surprise to me. For something as simple as signs, there sure is a lot to say. But you see, most of the scary signs are like, don't jump into the crocodile infested water, or don't feed the sarlacc. See, I wasn't planning on it, but now I kinda want to after you told me not to do it. No, but these videos are interesting because signs are usually put up after someone has done exactly what the sign tells them not to. It is a very interesting concept nonetheless, but at the end of the day, they're just signs. Here's a sign. Stop bullying. Follow this one. And now we're moving on to level 2, stuff that has some more actual depth to it. We're starting off strong with Star Wars or any sci-fi related subject. See, I don't care if your biggest interest in life are like ice lattes or matcha tea. There is something for everyone within the Star Wars universe to enjoy. See, I'm not the biggest fan of Star Wars. See, my friend would kill me if I didn't put this in the video, but all I know is one thing. Clones are objectively badass. What I'm trying to say here is what you see in the movies, it's just a fraction of the entire Star Wars lore. So honestly, it doesn't matter if you support the cool empire that puts humanity first, or like the stinky, cringy rebels.
How many there are?
This, my friends, this is our rebellion.
Then again, I'm not biased. You can like whatever side you like. No, but I highly recommend this as a subject because there are endless videos of it and it makes for an absolutely great iceberg topic. Animals. See, I don't know what's freakier, nature or like a Minecraft YouTuber in a room full of miners. There are loads of animals sharing the planet with us. There are fish, there are crustaceans, there are horrors beyond comprehension. There is whatever this thing is. But learning about the variety of animals is very interesting. And don't even get me started on the ocean. I mean, the deep ocean is a horror show. And if I was the main character in like Subnautica or something, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm ending it. I'm ending it right then and there. Obviously, this subject makes for a great iceberg. There's nothing like learning about animals you're never gonna see because you barely leave home. Am I right, ladies? Conspiracy theories. Last video, some guy called me the spokesman of the FBI, so I guess I gotta be careful about this topic. But yes, as we all know, the biggest assets to the FBI is a random guy with 500 subs. Come on, that's just common knowledge. Nonetheless, conspiracy theories are insanely fun to learn about. Most of the iceberg videos cover the classics, you know, such as the Earth being flat, the moon landing was fake, and that Mark Zuckerberg is an Argonian from the Elder Scrolls. But the iceberg goes incredibly deep, and it's always extremely enjoyable to watch. I really like the dead internet theory, because if you look at the comments on any YouTube Shorts video, it's hard to not believe it. I mean, let's be real. I kinda made a video regarding that subject, if you do wanna check it out. Nonetheless, you gotta be careful though. Just because something sounds possible, doesn't mean it is possible, or that it did happen. So don't fall too deep into the rabbit hole. Jesus, I really am the spokesman for the FBI. FNAF. Okay, listen. Hear me out. There are a lot of extremely well-made video game lore, and I'm putting FNAF as a kind of representative for video games in general. Now, if you disagree with me, that's fine. Computer. You see, legends such as MatPat have made an entire career of talking about FNAF lore, so obviously the subject has some kind of depth to it. I mean, many great games do, and they all make for absolutely great iceberg topics. Some other honorable mentions are Elden Ring, Subnautica, the Elder Scrolls, Doki Doki. No, but seriously, give me suggestions on video games with a lot of lore. There's a lot of stuff to cover, which is why it belongs down here. Lost media. Have you guys ever randomly just thought of a game or a movie you watched when you was younger, but you can't remember what it was called? So you're stuck thinking about it and you don't know what to look up. Honestly, one of the worst feelings ever. After having knee surgery tomorrow, of course. See, lost media falls into that category. I absolutely love an iceberg video talking about some game or movie that you can only find tiny cryptic clips of. And there is a lot of lost media, which is why it's placed so far down on the now Oscar-nominated Iceberg Video. Thank you, thank you. I'd like to thank my subscribers, my grandma, shout out grandma, and Arthur Morgan. Thank you guys. I mean, it wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be here without you. Now we're down to the deepest level. Starting off strong with the classic, true crime. Remember how I said in the intro, iceberg videos are perfect for learning about how awful the world we live in truly is. True crime shows us exactly that. Now we all know the worst crime you can commit is pirating video games and even worse, jaywalking. But this topic goes so far down, there's a lot to cover, which is honestly a horrible thing if you think about it. Now, I'm not gonna bring up a specific case or anything because I think you guys know very well what true crime is. But what I really enjoy watching in these videos are like bank heists and stuff, because that is kind of cool and it's a more respectable crime. I mean, like an art heist or something. straight out of Payday 2. Nonetheless, the world is evil, and this subject shows exactly that. History. Now, history has always been so exciting to me. I mean, it's shocking to me just how dumb and at the same time intelligent people have been throughout history, which is why it makes for such a great subject. I remember sitting in class and someone saying, why are we learning about stuff that already happened? And to that I say, computer, do it again. Now, the great part about this is whatever period of history is your favorite, you can find a video just talking about that part. So it doesn't matter if you prefer the fucking Flintstones era or like the objectively interesting Cold War, there is something for everyone, which is why it's a perfect iceberg topic. Intelligence agencies. To me, this is the winner by far. I mean, learning about the stuff that the CIA, the FBI, or whatever intelligence agency you prefer, it's so interesting. And even better, I mean, it's relevant. There's so much stuff that can be traced back to an intelligence agency of some kind, and what they've done to regular people is terrifying. Whenever I brew a fresh cup of coffee and look away for 30 seconds, I know for a fact that some agent has put an ice cube into it and turned my coffee ice cold. Also, they live in your walls. No, but seriously, look into this subject and you're gonna view the whole world differently. Just be careful not to fall into the conspiracy trap. I mean, we want to stick to the stuff that has been proven, right? If not, I mean, get your tinfoil hat out. Go ahead, I'm not gonna stop you. Anyway, subscribe to be ready for the next big hit, the tier list video. I'm out. Yours truly, Julie.